May the souls of the departed ones continue to rest in peace. You all can see how long a minute is. I'm sure you can see that it's such a long time. So thank you very much, gentlemen of the press. Today is the 4th day of November 2021, and today is day 3 of the very heartbreaking and very unfortunate building collapse on Gerald Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. It's almost 72 hours. It's not yet up to 72 hours, but it's almost 72 hours into when the disaster, the building collapsed. And up until this time, we still have active rescue operation still going on. I had to go in and speak with all of the first respondents, the men that had been doing very, very difficult work, I dare say, here for the past 3 days, to ask them what exactly is the situation of things. And they did say to me that, Mr. Governor, we are still rescuing. We believe that give up until when we're sure that every pile that needs to be touched has been touched. So I want to re-emphasize and assure that we're still on a rescue operation. But while rescue is going on, one of the things that I've been meant to understand is the number one principle or the number one safety measure that we need to put in place is that the first responders themselves have to be secure and safe. So we must continue to do the rescue operation while ensuring that the people that are working are themselves, near 100% safe. So that has impacted, in some sort, as into how the modus operandi of the rescue operation has been in the last 3 days. They are part of the site that the cranes and the excavators and the individuals cannot walk into, because we have 2 buildings that are standing that nobody knows the structural integrity of those 2 buildings. And I need to emphasize this. Nobody knows the structural integrity of those 2 other buildings that are standing. So we all have to continue to remain safe. And we've given instructions that the structural integrity of this site will probably commence tomorrow to test the structural integrity, of the 2 remaining buildings, so that we indeed know what we're up, and what we're up about. In terms of updates, this morning I took a trip to General Hospital, Lagos, to see and to encourage the citizens that are rescued, that are receiving attention at the General Hospital. 6 of them in total. However, one of them was moved this morning to Lasut for additional investigative, treatment. I think they're doing MRI and doing all sort of high-level tertiary healthcare because of the specialist healthcare that we have at Lasut. So he's been transferred to Lasut for additional, I don't know if surgery to call it, but additional healthcare coverage. But the 5 others, they were all in different spirits of treatment, and I was able to speak to each and every one of them, and each and every one of them have a different story and an experience that it can only be imagined. Moving on, we have also formally and officially inaugurated the 6-man panel that I did roll out yesterday. We have officially given them the seal of office, and they're now officially constituted. They are working out of a facility just down the road here so that they can have access in the event that they want to come here. And they have all the powers to summon, to ask, to inquire, to engage anybody whatsoever, in the course of their independent investigation, to be able to give, a thorough, objective, undiluted and transparent advice and recommendation coming out from the investigation panel. For instance, they have 30-day, turnaround to do the work because of the importance and that this he's been for us. And all of the panel members have assured us and have committed that we'll drop almost everything they're doing to be able to be of service to the state and to the nation at this point in time. further down at this current site, yesterday we opened the register for missing persons, people that have missing loved ones, that have people that they believe or they imagine they must have been in this location on Monday, and that for whatever reason they have them. We'll set up a register here, and as I speak here now, it's only 19 names have been provided. 19 names. Some of them have pictures, some do not have pictures, but the total number of persons that people have come here to indicate that they're looking for someone, or they're looking for a loved one, or a worker, or a brother, a sister. We have 19 names that have been put forward here. So that will begin to help us to begin to design what are the possibility of a manifest, coming out from the response that we're having here today. Because like we said yesterday, there's no manifest, so we don't know what number we're dealing with. It's also important for me to mention, and I mentioned this yesterday, and I'm saying it again, gentlemen of the press, this is a very, very, very important assignment. And you have the responsibility to adequately and transparently report what you know to your listeners or to your audience. I have seen on some news media this morning that 37, 36, 38 bodies have been recovered. These are not confirmed authoritative information. As we stand here and we speak, they have recovered a total of 32 bodies. I repeat, 32 bodies have been so far recovered from this location, and they've been transported to the morgue. People were also reporting that says that, why did we take them to General Hospital Bagada? Why don't we take them to a morgue in Ikoyi? I think these are very, very, unexpected responses coming from gentlemen of the press. If you don't have information as into the reasons why we're doing what we're doing, the least you can do is to ask, and for people not to make conclusive assertion on whatever platform they have. The reasons why the corpse have been moved to IDH, it's one of our foremost, preserved morgues that we have in Lagos. And so what we have that is going on now is they're doing what I mentioned yesterday, autopsy, and they're doing, because there's a law, Corona law in Lagos that I didn't set up. It's been on for years, and we have, we're meant to do what we call a Corona inquest, because there could be subject of criminal investigation that will be coming out from this. So it's a full legal process and procedure that needs to be, espoused. So there's a Corona inquest that takes their turn, right? And all of them, the Corona inquest and the certification by the pathologists are currently going on. We're pushing them, or we're ensuring that they can work, very, very quickly, and they can make, if not all of the bodies ready by tomorrow, some of the bodies will be ready, by tomorrow. That's the deadline that will push them to be able to, for families to come and, have a look, identify their bodies, and be able to, thereafter, at the appropriate time, take those bodies, away. So that's where we are, with what is happening at the morgue, and the number of bodies that we have, on site here. I finally also want to once again continue to express, our condolences of the government and people of Lagos State to all of the families that must have a loved one, on this premises and this location of this very unfortunate incident, and our condolences and our sympathy. Words certainly cannot fully express how we feel. This is a very difficult time for everyone, and we know that indeed a lot of emotions, a lot of anger, a lot of disbelief, are on. We will continue to encourage all of our staff, the first responders, to show restraint and be able to tolerate, everybody, emotionally. And we have, some psychosocial NGOs that are also working with us to continue to offer, psychosocial therapy, and for people that need the support. I think I will hold on that, before I make one or two other further announcements. And I will yield the floor for first to gentlemen if there are additional clarification or further information that you want me to speak to. Thank you very much.
Mr. Governor, I'll start from